Welcome back. Last time, we learned how to package Claude Code behavior so a team can install it cleanly. Plugins bundle the whole package: skills, agents, MCP servers, hooks, and LSP configs. That matters because scattered setup turns team workflows into guesswork. The install path is one command, /plugin install, then the plugin name. One command is the difference between a reusable workflow and a fragile checklist. The manifest sits at that Claude plugin /plugin.json. It tells Claude Code what the plugin is and what components it ships. Plugin subagents stay restricted. They cannot add hooks, inject MCP servers, or override permissions, which prevents privilege escalation. Marketplaces define where plugins come from: official, community, organization, and personal. Use the right source for the trust level you need. The path variables are the final piece. CLAUDE_PLUGIN_ROOT points to the install folder, and CLAUDE_PLUGIN_DATA holds persistent state. Today we move from packaging to practice. The question is how to use these pieces in real daily workflows. Most people learn the parts, then freeze when real work starts. This section fixes that gap. First, you will learn to choose the right workflow for the job. Exploring code, debugging, testing, writing docs, creating pull requests, and using screenshots all need different shapes. Second, you will learn to ask for outcomes instead of micromanaging steps. Give the goal, context, constraints, and verification. Third, you will keep long work organized. Clean sessions and separate working directories prevent your context from turning into a pile of unrelated decisions. This is practical usage, Module 10, Common Workflows and Best Practices. Before we use the recipes, we need the 3 ingredients. Think of a workflow as a recipe card. It is a repeatable sequence for a task, like exploring code, fixing a bug, writing tests, refactoring, or creating a pull request. Think of prompting like giving a destination to a driver. With Claude Code, describe the outcome you want, not every tiny turn it should take. Think of a Git work tree as a second desk connected to the same filing cabinet. It gives a separate directory for parallel Claude Code sessions without branch switching conflicts. A messy bug fix feels unpredictable until you turn it into a recipe. Without a recipe, you jump straight into edits. That creates fragile work because you do not know whether the fix solved the actual failure. With the recipe, Claude Code reproduces the bug, finds the root cause, writes a failing test, fixes the code, and verifies the result. That order matters. The failing test is the proof that the bug existed, and the final test run is the proof that it is gone. Now let's name the common shapes. Each one gives Claude Code a different kind of job. Explore an unfamiliar codebase when you need a map. Ask for an overview, architecture patterns, key data models, or a login flow trace from frontend to database. Use the debug workflow when behavior is broken. The source example is a blank screen after login, with the instruction to check src/auth and write a failing test first. Use the test workflow when code now exists but proof is thin. The source asks for unit tests for calculator functions in src/utils/calc.ts, targeting 80% coverage. Use refactor when behavior stays the same but structure changes. The example moves src/api/handlers.ts from callbacks to async/await, with tests after each change. Use the pull request workflow when branch work needs a reviewable package. Give the title, such as feat:"add OAuth 2 support, and include a test plan. Use documentation when the README must match the current project state. This is not cosmetic. Stale docs make the next session start wrong. Use images when the target is visual. Paste a screenshot of the design and ask Claude Code to implement that layout in React. When a code base is unfamiliar, editing first is expensive. Start by making the system explain itself. Ask for an overview before touching files. Claude Code searches the project, inspects the README, and tells you what kind of application you are looking at. Then ask about architecture patterns and key data models. Those answers tell you where state sits and which modules carry the main behavior. Finally, trace a real path like login from frontend to database. A flow trace turns scattered files into one story you can safely edit. A bug report is not a fix plan yet. It becomes one when you force the failure to show up on command. The report is concrete. Users see a blank screen after entering wrong credentials. That gives Claude Code a visible failure, not a vague quality complaint. The search boundary is src/auth. That keeps the investigation focused on the files most likely to own sessions, middleware, and tokens. The failing test comes before the fix. This is the point to lock in. Never fix before you have a red test. Only after the test fails should the code change. That order prevents a lucky edit from pretending to be a verified repair. The final step is verification. Run the focused test first, then the broader suite, so the fix does not create a new regression. Once you know the main workflow, the other daily moves are smaller versions of the same idea. For tests, name the file and the target. The source says unit tests for calculator functions in src/utils/calc.ts with 80% coverage using existing patterns and tests. For refactoring, protect behavior first. The example changes src/api/handlers.ts to async/await, preserves behavior, and runs tests after each change. For pull requests, give the package shape. The source title is feat:"add OAuth 2 support, and the request includes a test plan. For documentation, make the current state the source of truth. Ask Claude Code to update the README so the next person starts with accurate context. For images, let the screenshot become the spec. Paste the design, then ask for the React layout that matches it. Bad prompts make Claude Code guess. Good prompts remove the guessing. Vague prompts hide the failure, target, and proof. Fix the bug, add validation, and implement the API all force Claude Code to infer too much. Specific prompts name the failure and the boundary. The login bug happens after wrong credentials. ZOD validation belongs in src/auth/register.ts. The API needs a test run after implementation. File references narrow the search. Saying src/payments, especially token refresh, points Claude Code to the place where the auth issue probably sits. Complex tasks need smaller pieces. Database table, API endpoint, then UI is a better request than build the entire feature. Long work gets easier when the session has a name and a way back. Use Claude-N with a session name before feature work. The source example names the session auth feature, so the conversation has a handle. Use Claude-C to continue the last session in the same directory. This is the quick path when you are returning to yesterday's work. Use Claude-R with the session name to resume a specific conversation. Add fork session when you want an experiment without damaging the original line of work. Parallel work breaks down when two sessions fight over one folder. Separate desks solve that. In Terminal 1, Claude-W starts a work tree for the auth feature. It gets its own branch and its own directory. In Terminal 2, another Claude-W starts a payment feature in parallel. Both sessions work simultaneously without branch switching conflicts. This matters when features are independent. You get more throughput without mixing files, context, or branches. Now we can turn the examples into rules you will reuse. Explore before implementing. Ask Claude Code to analyze first, because a map prevents random edits. Delegate, don't dictate. Give the what and why, then let Claude Code figure out the how. Include verification. Ask Claude Code to run tests or check its work before it claims completion. Use plan mode for complex tasks. Research first, then implement once the shape is clear. The second half is about keeping context clean while the work gets longer. Keep Claude.md concise. Under 300 lines is the target, and imports carry the details. Commit before big changes. Save your good state first, so any large refactor is easy to unwind if it goes wrong. Use one topic per session. Clear between unrelated tasks so old context does not pollute new decisions. Use images when the evidence is visual. Screenshots, designs, and error messages beat vague descriptions. Here is the full bug fix recipe in one run. Watch the order more than the specific files. Claude Code starts by inspecting. It globs src/auth, then inspects middleware.py and session.py before touching anything. The root cause is concrete. Session_timeout is set to 120 seconds, not 7,200. The failing test is written next. Test_session_not_expired_ at _2 minutes fails with assert 120 equals 7,200. The fix changes SESSION_TIM to 7,200. Then the focus test passes, and the full suite reports 49 passed and 0 failed. Think of a named session like a labeled folder on your desk. The source example starts with Claude-n auth timeout fix. After the fix, the commit message says the session timeout was 2 minutes instead of 2 hours. The next day, Claude-our auth timeout fix restores the context. It remembers SESSION_TIM change from 120 to 7,200, the files involved, the test result, and commit A3F92C1. Now the release note is easy because the session still carries the decision history. Let's cover the mistakes. These are the habits that make a good tool feel unreliable. Do not mix unrelated tasks in one session. It pollutes context, so use /clear or start a new session. Do not correct Claude 5 times in the same conversation. After 2 or 3 corrections, clear and restate with more detail. Do not skip Claude.md setup. Run /init on day 1 so the project has persistent context. Do not give step-by-step instructions for everything. Describe the outcome, because Claude Code is good at planning its own steps. Do not start big changes without a commit. Save your good state before asking for a large refactor. Do not ignore session management. Name sessions, continue them, and resume them when you return. The summary is not a list to memorize. It is a decision framework for the next request you write. If the code is unfamiliar, explore. Ask for the overview, architecture, data models, or flow trace before implementation. If behavior is broken, debug with proof. Reproduce, write the failing test, fix, and verify. If the work is large, sequence it. Break it into smaller steps, and use plan mode before implementation. If context is drifting, manage the session. Commit, clear, name the session, or split work with a Git worktree. Next, we cover what happens when you want to undo a messy path without losing everything. Part 11 is checkpoints. Claude Code automatically creates a snapshot every time you send a message, so you always have a restore point. You access the checkpoint menu by pressing Escape twice. You can also use /rewind or /checkpoint. They're the same command. You will see 5 restore choices, both conversation and code, conversation only, code only, summarize, and cancel. You will also learn the retention rule. Checkpoints stay for 30 days, then they are auto-cleaned. That makes checkpoints the safety net for everything we learned today. Explore, change, verify, and recover cleanly.